Other computer seems fine enough. So, playing advertisements, so it's hard for me to tell whether or not if Twitch is working fine. I think it's working fine. And my other monitor, yep, that seems like everything's good to go. Everything seems running smoothly for the time being. Yesterday I had a lot of not internet drops. More or less a bad upload rate, but hopefully that's all sorted on out. Seems like the game's a little bit quiet to me. It could be just me. So let's go ahead and get started from the bottom. Is music playing? I think it is. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Dawn of War 2 replay. Spawned on the bottom right side as the Eversor Assassin with Senpai Torpode Dao. Spawned the opponent as the Apothecary. We have 40% Cry. We've got a Scout and Tactical Marine opener. We've got a Strike Squad opener as the opponent, so it's pretty much standard. What do you mean, work on generators? Should protect them from nades? Yes, I imagine so. I'm not sure what they're referring to. Maybe they had started a conversation earlier and we sort of get it caught through in midway.
That's a strategic point for us, sir.
Strike Squad is capturing up that point now. But the fact that now he's replying back, but it seems like there's maybe another person's talking there, but we don't see it. So maybe it's some sort of conversation from outside of the game. That could be the possibility.
That's a critical spot.
Eversor Assassin Apothecary engaging out at glorious range combat with handguns. Or one person capturing up, the other person trying to hit it with each other with the bolt pistol. And the Apothecary actually got decent damage there from range. But now the Apothecary is starting to engage in melee. Gets a nice knockback there, stops the decapture, fully decaptures as well. Very good special attack there. Captain Marine Squad is now advancing. Engaging the Eversor Assassin, and the Eversor Assassin will need to fall back over shortly. It's the same bit too much damage right there. Well, on the left side, we got the Scouts being engaged by the Strike Squad. The Strike Squad will be able to win out both at range and in melee, so Scout Squad will need to keep its distance. Will has fully captured that point, giving him some extra power there. Two Inquisitor Stormtroopers are right here, and the Apothecary are going to take time to capture the point. Let's have max out entry. Maybe he could heal himself before capturing up that point.
Press on to victory, Space Marines.
Inquisitor Stormtroopers are advancing, got a Devastator Marine, so escaping a second Scout going straight for a Devastator. So you may be eyeing for that Scout Squad not for as a combat squad, but as a capping squad.
Adding power generator.
And when I say capping, I don't mean by capping some heads. Inquisitor Stormtroopers looks to be upgraded, looks like they're the Sergeant.
Now we've got a chance.
Now if your Strike Squad and Tactical Marine Squad is engaging in range, got the Tomo Titans upgrade for the Striker Squad, giving them additional 10% health and melee damage.
Is claiming a victory point.
Overall, the Tactical Marine Squad is getting some great damage in there, and the health regen aura of the Apothecary should be topped off reasonably well. This Inquisitorial Stormtrooper does not have a Sergeant upgrade just yet. This one does, so it does have access to various grenades. Scout Squad is backing away, no upgrade on the Scouts just yet, and does spot the Devastator there. Strike Squad will receive some suppression there. Tactical Marine Squad is advancing. Devastator will need to advance forward to get back into the range. And looks like he does recover from suppression. And it looks like the Sergeant may go forward for a grenade. He may want to try. Nope, Devastator does pack on up. Going to try to avoid any combat there. Those out grenade there, completely whiffs it. You get the slow ability there from the Strike Squad. Devastator Marines are going to be tied up in melee by the Strike Squad. Tactical Marine Squad gets good damage there, and the Apothecary starts advancing. Devastator may need to do a full retreat at this point in time. It's seeing quite a bit of fire there. It does drop the model, so it does cost a bit of force requisition and power to reinforce.
Our brothers die at enemy hands.
And now the Apothecaries are seeing quite a bit of fire there from those Stormtroopers. Does heal himself right there. Is low on energy. Tactical Marine Squad trying to tie up these Patrol Stormtroopers up in melee. Strike Squad is going to try and tie them up in melee in return. Tactical Marine Squad does fall back. May drop a model too. I think he's going for a frag. No, he does not throw off a frag there.
Brothers, the Emperor protects. Adding power generator.
Yeah, protects, but protects poorly. Another generator has been deployed on out. 3 generators have been deployed up by the Apothecary.
Weapons check out. Ready to proceed.
Generator operational.
We got Interception Squad. Interception Squad is a teleporting melee squad, which I think it may need the upgrade to get a knockback teleport, which once he gets that, it will be quite handy. It does teleport forward there as well. Assault Marines are engaging the Interception Squad in melee. And it looks like the Assault Marine Squad will go and back on off. Got 2 Patrol Stormtroopers and the Interception Squad here. Strike Squad is way over here, and the Evisor Assassin is right here. Devastator can be closed the gap on by that Interception Squad. It does get spotted right there. The Apothecary has been upgraded to a single chainsaw to get some health upon melee hit. Good knockback there on the Devastator. Does get a suppression shot there from the Strike Squad onto the Apothecary as well. Devastator and the Apothecary are falling back. Devastator has all 3 models there. Tactical Marine Squad is falling back as well. Assault Marines are falling back included. Does lose a model there. Ooh, and that Assault Marine Squad may go down. No, it has plenty of health. And will manage to escape on out of there. Scout is capturing some points. Very nice. And we've got a triple capture in favor of red, so that is a lot of BPs in his favor, but he is more or less leveling out the playing field. Generator is now receiving from fire. Devastator is trying to push the way forward as well, but it looks like the Interceptor Squad is at full energy. We'll go and suppress the Strike Squad there and the Interception Squad. Tactical Marine Squad and Apothecary advancing. 2 generators, of course, has been destroyed. Does get out of the range of the Devastator, and the Strike Squad does fall back with all 3 of its models. That little pulse effect there is the bolt pistol getting some health back on hit. What was it 1.5%? Just 25 health, which is not bad. Evisor Assassin has been upgraded with the Executioner Pistol, which gives the Executioner Pistol highly effective receiving tree, grants the neurotoxin ability, which slows target model by 40% and inflicts 120 piercing damage over time. Interception Squad does not type the Tactical Marine Squad in melee, but very, very close to. The Apothecary could push the way forward, does get some health there onto the Strike Squad, not Strike Squad, Tactical Marine Squad, and good suppression coming out by the Devastator Marines. That's why he ran away so much, trying to draw them forward towards the Devastators. They do teleport forward as well, and they will need to fall back relatively shortly. And they won't get ripped apart. They do drop a model right there, and the Evisor Assassin looks like activate some sort of ability right there. Good damage there onto the Evisor Assassin, but he will escape on out of there. Tactical Marine Squad and Apothecary trying to tie up the Interception Squad up in melee. We do have a Razorback now being pulled out by the Apothecary.
Are we to accept defeat?
The Interception Squad may just need to fall back. They're quite low in health at the moment. And now that Strike Squad is trying to capture that central point. No special attack there to knock back the Strike Squad. Tactical Marine Squad making a soft retreat as well. The Sanguine Chainsaw keeps the Apothecary at a quite high health rate. The Apothecary does receive a special attack there, and now the Tactical Marine Squad is able to gauge that range. Does use the snare ability right there, which also reduces the energy of the Apothecary.
Adding support structure.
Tier 2 now being researched by the Evisor Assassin, so the Razorback will have a time of roaming around. No squads I can think of that can be upgraded with the anti-vehicle weapon, though the Interception Squad I believe can be upgraded with a leader, a sergeant, with a hammer to engage the vehicle. but nothing critical. Nothing more of a soft counter rather than a hard counter. There's Executioner pistol shot there. Assault Marines do jump on top of the Eversor Assassin in return.
Cancelled. Have the target in hand, sir.
Overall, the Eversor Assassin's receiving lots of fire there. And the Eversor Assassin does fall back. Crystal Stormtrooper should be able to force back the Assault Marines, but they do not. They fall back softly and does get the kill there on the Eversor Assassin. Doesn't drop any models there. Interceptor Squad teleports in the wrong location. And looks like the Assault Marine Squad will fall back without being taken out or even dropping a model there. We got a missile launcher loaded on the Tactical Marine Squad, which is now going to do a full gen bashing. I'm assuming all generators have been bashed now. Now the point move itself will be deactivated. Scout's currently still unupgraded. He's primarily using for the Captain Squad. Rhino's being blown out. It may be opening up las cannons to deal with the Razorback. Tactical Marine Squad does deactivate that point there. Interceptor Squad does teleport forward. And now here comes the Rhino. Tactical Marine Squad will need to stay around to deal with that Rhino. And here comes the last cannon. It does get a pair of hits there. Is that a pair of hits or a single hit? Vengeance rounds have been loaded, are equipped for the advanced targeting system, which grants a vengeance round to help soft counter those vehicles. Razorback is about ready to go down. Razorback has gone down. Interceptor Squad or Strike Squad does flank the Devastating Marine Squad, and Tactical Marine and Devastating Marines are pulling them back. Does load up one of the Stormtrooper squads inside the Razorback.
Adding support structure.
Now Razorback is going to try eye for some gen bashing. These gen Marines are quite wounded. Actually, no, that one's being built now. Blast Cannon, of course, will be effective versus the generators. That one does, of course, go down. Tactical Marine Squad is way over here. And no Blast Cannon upgraded on the generator. Not generator, Devastator. Generator does go down as well. The point may be deactivated, including this point just got reactivated. And decides to take time to rebuild that generator now.
Enemy unit spotted.
Scouts up and upgraded a sniper. That's a relatively rare item to see. Sniper, of course, not very effective versus the Razorback, or not Razorback, Rhino. Now, the Apothecary has received quite a bit of fire. It has been upgraded with the improved medical equipment. That's not purification rights. The Apothecary's energy by 100 and energy regen by 1 per second, which does grant him now a couple casts of the healing ability.
Moving to colors.
Central Squad looks like he has been upgraded to Sergeant and trying to be reinforced now.
200 points remaining.
Apothecary does need to use the heal itself, and that may be armor purity. I think that increases the effectiveness of his healing ability. Could be mistaken though. Last cannon trying to deactivate the point. And here comes the Assault Marines. Central Squad does fall back there. And we have the Melta Bomb upgrade on the Assault Marines. Missile launcher does connect. Armor purity. And reduces the cooldown of the heal ability by 35%, increases the health and health regen. Not bad. Like I said before, I had more healing. I thought it was going to be improved healing, but faster healing never hurts as well. Strike Squad does fall on back, and the Devastator Squad does fall back, so no last cannon just yet. Eversor Assassin still only has Executioner Pistol, and looks like maybe going to charge forward from Melta Bomb, but nope, looks like he's too low on energy for that. This launcher does connect. It does fit inside the Rhino now. Try and tie up that Razorback. Stormtroopers receiving quite a bit of fire right there. They've been upgraded with plasma guns. No Melta Bomb from the Assault Marines just yet. Man, looks like the Melta Bomb just got thrown there. Missile launcher getting kind of melee by the Eversor Assassin. Eversor Assassin does go down, knocking back all those infantry forces. Tactical Marine Squad does get forced on back. The Apothecary is still in the region, does heal himself right there. And the Rhinos going to receive more and more melee hits there. Melee hits are not exactly super effective, but they can do some damage. Maybe stalling out for another Melta Bomb, which does 200 melt damage. That's definitely not going to do 200 damage. And does use a special attack there, knocking back those forces a little, but that will use up all of his energy and does fall back now. He may drop a Model 2 on a retreat. As long as it doesn't lose the sergeant, that's fine. Devastators does force back the interception squad there, and now got a librarian.
The enemy is claiming a victory point.
Getting some great hits there on the librarian. It's completely sapping him of all energy. Does crush the Razorback carcass there. Devastators have not utilized vengeance rounds onto the Razorback. And the Stormtroopers do pop on out. We may see a frag grenade. Does see a plasma blast there. No frag grenade there, and the Devastator Marine squad does fall back as the Strike squad does close down on it. This launcher does connect from the Tactical Marine squad. Sniper still engaged them along on the high ground. Great cast there, getting some excellent AoE damage onto those light infantry forces. Tactical Marine squad does get tied up in melee. Scout trying to hit some rounds onto that Strike squad. Assault Marines getting a nice knockback there onto the Strike squad. Tactical Marine squad try pushing forward as well. Another shot blast there, this time from the Strike squad. And the librarian does fall back, has plenty of health to escape with. Interception squad does teleport forward, getting a nice knockback there on those forces. This launcher connects to the interception squad and not the Razorback or Rhino. Does teleport away right there. And grenade was thrown, knocks back those forces. He may get enough energy from Melta Bomb. I don't think he does, however. This squad does go forward and try to hit that Tactical Marine squad. He won't even fall back entirely, down to a couple models. Very, very low in health. Apothecary and Assault Marines are still in the mix. Assault Marines still have all their health, so perhaps the Apothecary could give them healing. Decides to go for an upgrade there on the Tactical Marine squad to give him some extra health, but he's out of range of the Razor or Rhino. Grenade though, getting some good hit there on the Tactical Marine squad. Trying to burst forward with Melta Bomb. Sniper firing some shots out of range. We got, of course, the Devastator Marines. Upgrade going to try to pursue those Strike squad. He's currently very durable, thanks to that chain sword. Elite level 2, however, I thought he would have more by now. Scout squad does fall back, Devastators fall back as well. Apothecary is still hanging on with a threat of hell. He needs to heal himself. And does actually fall down right there. So the Strike squad may be next. He's severely wounded. And down to 70 health, 15 health. He does go in and escape on out of there with that little health. The Librarian does teleport back the Assault Marines on top of the Stormtroopers. Very nice cast there. And the Rhino is now pushing forward once again. The Librarian, of course, is falling back. Has the second ability, guaranteeing 100 health and 2.5 energy regen Gate of Affinity ability.
Reinforcements are here. Stormtroopers here to reinforce.
Resource location spotted. Receiving fire.
That doesn't sound like you're receiving fire.
Destroying a key structure.
Devastator Marines are falling on back. We've got, of course, got these Stormtroopers hopping inside the Rhino once again. Looks like quite a bit of requisition consumption there by the Evisor Assassin. So it looks like all from reinforcements, however.
Devastator
Devastator setting on up. The Apothecary has been respawned, so has half its health remaining. Scout Squad does receive quite a bit of fire there from the Strike Squad. And now we've got the nice heal there on the Assault Marines. The Apothecary is now fully retreating down to the last 30 health. Did not pursue it all the way. Got the Marine Squad trying to go find some missiles onto the Rhino. And he does get a melted bomb off right there. And Civ Squad does teleport forward, knocking back those Tactical Marine Squad. Strike Squad capturing up that requisition point. We've got the Librarian and the Devastators capturing these points as well. Plasma Cannon Devastator being deployed out. Looks like the Scouts actually did go down that last engagement. You can see a bunch of corpses there. The generator is now under siege from the Stormtroopers and the Razorback. And another full gen bashing there. And somebody's been casting the Plasma Cannon Devastators. I am not so sure what though. Apothecary seems to jump on 4 as well. Does not throw a melted bomb in time. Strike Squad. Tactical Marine Squad does throw a missile onto the Strike Squad, which sounds like a great target for them. And now I've got the Razorback now for Rhino to heal. Does get a hit there on the Razorback. And the Melted Bomb does connect there as well. Plasma Cannon Devastator gets a direct hit there on Wallace's own Assault Marine Squad. Assault Marine Squad will need to fall back really shortly or get the Apothecary to heal them up. Looks like the Apothecary is fully retreating as well. Good hit there on the Rhino. May want to retarget towards the Stormtroopers, but now we've got the squad that does teleport forward. And it looks like one of the squads went down there as well. The regular Devastators actually went down. Librarian's falling on back as well.
Ceasing rearmament.
And it looks like the Eversource has to go for tier 3. Reinforcements, and that's it. Now we can go for the Apothecary player. The Apothecary player has a couple more squads. If the Plasma Cannon Devastator shot where I told him to, it may have been he did actually target the Stormtroopers, but of course, a lot of these rounds they're based off a scatter and not by hit or miss, which means they hit the first thing that they collide with. Maybe that was that first shot that actually missed and hit Assault Marines. Good knockback there onto the Inquisitor Stormtroopers. Exo Assassin is in the mix here, and we've got now the Apothecary advancing forward with the Librarian. Exo Assassin has been upgraded with a couple more upgrades. It's also the next crystal for the Neuro Gauntlet, which takes damage over time. Does not perform special attacks. Assault Armor grants the Eversor charge ability, which increases health, and also gives a health weapon and health regen by 2.
Tactical Marines ready.
Of course, the Stormtroopers are advancing. Great hit right there by the Plasma Cannon Devastator. Many times you wish you had Sergeant Tarkus's grenades. Strike Squad does force back these units. We've got the slow ability being used on the Librarian. The Librarian could go down. Doesn't do a full retreat there. We got a lot of melee guys there, and does take up the Librarian. Does get strike squad. Now the Apothecary's in the mix as well. Does teleport forward, knocks back the Apothecary, and the heal does come off onto the Assault Marine squads, but they do desperately need good attack their ability. And looks like the Assault Marines and the Apothecary both falling back. Now we do have a Dreadnought deployed out in the field.
The enemy has 200 points remaining.
Right now, the VPs are in favor of the Apothecary by a small margin, and that margin's ever so shrinking. Rhino is being repaired on up. Of course, got the Reception Squad nearly at full health. The Strike Squad is almost at full health as well. Devastator, the Dreadnought could be upgraded with Assault Cannon. If Plasma Cannon shot does get dodged. It does use a knockdown ability right there, but completely misses the Eversor Assassin. The Rhino is now advancing forward. May receive a shot there. And those Section 4 is fighting the ground. Assault Marines can try forward, rushing forward with a Melter Bomb, but the Intercept Squad does hit that Plasma Cannon Devastator. Missile does connect with the Rhino. Hasn't been able to deal with it all too well, or at all. And the Plasma Cannon Devastator is down the last model. The charge ability being utilized by the Eversor Assassin now. Assault Marine squads are seeing quite a bit of fire. Devastator's trying to dance forward. Doesn't really get a good hit there. And the Assault Marine squad and Tactical Marine squad are both falling back, though. The Assault Marine squad is actually right there. Jumping in once more. Pretty low in health. Not enough energy there for a Melter Bomb. And it looks like the Eversor Assassin does go down to the Apothecary.
We shall make it so. Let our enemies beware.
And after losing, looks like the Plasma Cannon Devastator went down that mix as well. And the Apothecary's player has surrendered. This is Anagrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. I think I already cast that replay. Go to the next one. Oh, I've been casting a lot of replays with him. Now let's go for this one here. Will the music play? Of course, the music's not playing. Why wouldn't it be? Go ahead and get started. Is music not running to play? Nope, it's going. Greetings everyone, Anagrade here with another Dawn of War 2 replay. Spawn on the north side as the Chaos Lord, we have Pax. On the south side as the War Boss, we have Vindicare X. Also got some Chaos Heretics versus New Chaos Marines to more Heretics, pretty standard build opener. We've got Sluggers and Shooters into more Shooters. Pretty standard as well. This is going for an early VP game there and going late with the PowerPoint. Second Heretic squad is almost deployed on out. Both the Shooters been deployed on out, and the War Boss is now making his way forward towards the requisition, and the Shooters going for this VP.
Your forces obey you.
Shooters are making their advance.
Enemy in sight. At last.
Shooters will go ahead and get behind head cover there. Chaos Marines are deployed out. They're also too behind head cover. Shooters are advancing. The War Boss is going to go straight for the Chaos Marines. That's activate a ritual right there, giving them more speed to escape. Chaos Lords now engaging. The War Boss and the Chaos Lord maybe engage each other shortly. Herrick Squad will actually discontinue their ritual, and the Chaos Marines are engaging at long range. Herrick's maybe looks at eyeing that power point there, going for the resources. Chaos Lord has sustained quite a bit of abuse, but still has lots of health. War Boss is going to engage the Chaos Marines up in melee. Chaos Lord is advancing. And it's getting some great hits there as well. The Chaos Lord has sustained lots of fire. Chaos Marines are advancing. And we've got some Storm Boys being pulled out by the Orcs. Good knockback there. And looks like all the Orc forces are being forced on back. Chaos Lord going to be trying to engage that War Boss up in melee. Good special attack there, knocking back the War Boss. And now the Chaos Marines will draw some fire there. Good hit there, give him some extra health. Does fall back right there, and does manage to escape out with all of his models intact. Take a bit of time to get them healed up, but still that saves his requisition. Overall, great field control by the Chaos player. Got 3 generators here versus just the 1. And those Herrick Squad does fall back. Did you get the Aspiring Champion upgrade just then? This one does not have the Aspiring Champion upgrade, nor is it being upgraded with it at the moment. Got some Ludus deployed out there. Oh, those are not Storm Boys, those are Ludus. I was mistaken with the icon. It looks almost like a rocket pack on the back of him. But then I was looking at that small icon. That's my bad.
A new believer joins our ranks.
Orcs trying to reclaim lots of sectors. This point was not activated, so it didn't slow down his opponent right there.
Your forces obey you.
And Ludus in a little bit of a bad position to be capturing up some points. It would like to be perhaps a bit more in the center, in an open area. Got the Eternal War upgrade down to Chaos Marines. Grenades now running on it. I do like the grenade launcher upgrade. Unupgraded Heretics charging forward as well. It's now being upgraded to Aspiring Champion. And these shooters are up. Does fire some grenades there, but nails the cover right there, or the wall. The ritual is activated there, trying to push these guys forward. He does push them forward, and they don't decapture any points. Now the War Boss charging on forward as well. It looks like he's been upgraded to spiky armor, gives him retaliation damage, melee retaliation, and angry bits, which grants the charge ability, or now I'm angry ability. That was that ability right there. Good damage coming out onto the War Boss. So luckily those grenades can fire over cover. Chaos Marines trying to tie up the War Boss in melee, but it is going to draw him forward in one direction. And now the assault rifles are getting some good damage there onto the War Boss. Also, shooters hitting the Chaos Lords just been up at the Combine Flame, gives him a very long grenade, like incendiary grenade effect. It does actually get wiped out right there. Chaos Heretic does drop a model there. And right now the War Boss is falling him back. Now he's angry.
If that victory point is lost,
he does avoid those heretics entirely. And now the War Boss is falling him back. Over here we got the Sluggers start advancing, trying to get some good hits there onto those heretics.
call now upon the unholy power of the Chaos Gods.
Catching the point. Heard an upgrade. Sounds like no pictures in Tier 2 being researched now. More grenades raining on in. Knock back grenades in the region. You should be able to knock back those Ludus. No problem if they try setting on up. Great potential grenade launcher hits there. Here comes the knockback grenades. Does get some great hits there. And it looks like the grenade launcher squad will fall back in time.
We will rebel, Mesa. To battle.
Looks like it's going to fire off some grenades at the generator. Does do some damage, not a whole lot, but a decent amount. And the Ludus squad engaging these forces does suppress both those squads, as one of the Chaos Marine squads does go down, or models. The Angry War Boss does charge forward, knocking back the War Boss, also some heretics. Good, it's there onto the Chaos Heretics. Chaos Lord is getting some good damage there onto the Ludus. Is using his Combine Flamer ability there to scorch these shooters, and the Chaos Lord himself is falling back along with these other forces. Shooters go around, capture some points along the flanks.
A requisition point is slipping away.
And this power point is being decaptured up or down. As there more or less goes like a down animation right there. This Chaos Heretic squad does not have grenade launchers, just a regular grenade Heretic squad.
Chaos Space Marines, eternally eager for war.
And we do got some fresh squad of Bloodlayers now deployed on the field. That should be effective jumped infantry to help engage those Ludas. Grenades raining on in. The Aspiring Champion himself does not get suppressed. And now we do have the Herrick squad over here against hit by the big shooters. Bloodlayers teleporting forward right there. Or no, they actually teleported from there. The shooter squad here is getting type of melee as we got this Herrick squad falling back. The Chaos Lord is advancing. Some burners there on that squad as well. Requisition point is being decaptured. And that's the War Boss and the Chaos Lord engaging in melee once again. And this time the War Boss has some melee, the Power Claw, and anti-vehicle weapon. Getting some good damage right there. And the Chaos Marines, it looks like his War Boss has become angry, charging forward, trying to knock back these Chaos Marines, but the Chaos Marines do fall back. Bloodlayers using the vulnerability ability to get out from that engagement. Does activate the ritual there. Okay, so the Bloodlayers not only some extra movement speed, but some extra health regen. Pushing forward as well, getting some good damage there. Burners trying to time them up. Melee teleports back here on top of the Ludas. Herrick squad is receiving quite a bit of fire. We'll need to fall back relatively shortly. Can't be losing a grenade launcher squad like that, and the Ludus squad does fall back as the Heretic squad falls back as well. Another ritual being activated there, which is only 2 models remaining. Now the War Boss is charging on forward. Doesn't hit anything, but the Heretic squad is being prone to being wiped. Good damage there on the shooters, forces them back. And the requisition point does get decaptured right there. Over this right now, some great field control by the Orcs. The Orcs do have to capture as well. You got now a Death Dread deployed on the field with the Burn and Blitz upgrade being researched. The shooter squad there, however, gets fully wiped. Let the Galaxy Burn ability was utilized right there. Armor in the Inferno gives him some extra health and health regen as well. Or was it energy regen? Health regen. And now the Death Dread is now stomping his way forward, trying to get some more melee hits in. There's not any anti-vehicle weapons for the Chaos Lord at the moment. Grenades are running on in. Knockback grenades does knock back those shooters. there's no knob leader on that squad either. The generator does go down, this time to the burn and blitz of the Death Dread. And making some good melee hits there. A lot of good melee hits there, getting a number of models. And his generators will get burned down. Stick bombs raining on in. We'll get a nice spread of them. Very nice. Another generator does go down. Chaos Lord does teleport forward. He does use the Galaxy Burn ability right there, giving a mid-range artillery barrage. Shooter squad almost got wiped out, down to 1 health and 0 health remaining. Got burned alive thanks to the incendiary effect right there. Stun grenades were thrown. Bloodletters teleport forward. Did he get another squad wipe there? No, he did not. But right now the stick bombs and the Bloodletters engaging in melee. The stick bombs do fall back. And missile launcher does connect with the Death Dread. He has gone out of Plague Marine squad. And it looks like temporary bloodletters being pulled out as well, thanks to the nearby ritual. And him killing off all those models. Great attack there, knocking back a lot of forces. The war boss is falling back with well-aggressive infantry units. Death Dread see more and more fire from that Plague Marine squad. And does find another hit there. Death Dread's down to 4 health. Being vulnerable to anything else, even small arms fire. These bloodletters need to fall back a little bit. There goes the Death Dread. Grenades raining on in, trying to get some good knockbacks there. Get some knockbacks across the line. And now the Heretic squad is falling back. Plague Marines do fall back as well. And we've got a Mark of Khorne upgrade there on the Chaos Marines. I do like seeing that upgrade. It's a relatively rare upgrade, but gives this entire Chaos Marine squad chain axes, as well as a melted pistol onto the leader, our Spine Champion. That temporary blood is still in the mix as well. The Chaos Marine squad does fall back. The temporary bloodletters are already wear off right there.
Do not lose us that power now.
The point is ours.
But it's there onto those forces. And now that Slugger squad is falling on back. Plague Marine squad does fall back as well. Tier 3 being researched by the war boss. He may be saving up for some knobs. He don't think it's going to go for a looted tank, and I don't believe it's going to go for Daisy. I have a feeling it's going to go for knobs. Chain Nexus gains good damage there, but gets a nice knockback while buying some street time. Grenades rating on in, does roll some misses there. Stick bombs rain on in as well. Well, those are stun grenades to me. More stick bombs raining on in, trying to hit those Chaos Marines and get some knockbacks there. And now I've got a handful of grenades being thrown over the cover. Knockback grenades do entirely miss right there. Ludo's receiving quite a bit of fire. Does use the Electric Galaxy Burn ability right there, but the stun shot does interrupt them. More stick bombs raining on in, this time on top of the Heretic squad. Bloodletters does get the full wipe there on the Ludos. And now the Bloodletters will fall on back. Chaos Marines are advancing, trying to get some good damage there on those stick bombs. And the Bloodletters, due to their invulnerability ability, has worn off. Sick bombs about ready to go down to 15 health, and they do manage to stay alive. Bloodletters do fall back, and now the Ritual's next. The Chaos Lord himself is falling back as well. Header Squad is engaging the Burnos, but one successful. Now got some more Orc Knobs moving forward now. The Header Squad does fall back as well. The goodness there onto the War Boss. Like Marines do fall back right there.
Joins our ranks.
A requisition point is slipping away.
And Knobs already deployed on out.
I am among you again.
Bloodletters do teleport forward, trying to tie up these Burnos up in melee. They're getting some good hits in there, and they do fall back. They do not pick up the point. Blue is a little bit low on tickets as well. And I got a bit of camouflage right there. Knob Squad has been pulling out. Got the Knob leader for the Knob Squad. And now we've got the Ritual right there, forcing back the Commando Squad. The Commando's Knob leader does also get the missile launcher as a primary weapon.
My power yet grows.
More grenades are raining on in. He does mostly avoid those with the Plague Marines. Just one model gets stunned there. And more knockback grenades there, knocking back most of those knobs. Plague Marines still tied up in melee. Now we've got the Maul upgrade for the Bloody Maul upgrade for the Chaos Lord. Great attack hit there from the Bloody Maul, knocking back those Orc knobs. And while grenades are raining on in, stunning the entire force with their great set of stun grenades there, that's for sure. And here comes the high explosive grenades. Nice little ritual right there. Chaos Heretics trying to engage. And there's a model detonation there. We haven't even seen a whole lot of model detonations, have we? Knob Squad is still alive, but we see quite a bit of hits, down to 25% health. Does fall back in time. And the Plague Marines do fall back, or nope, does lose a model right there. And Bloodletters do actually fall back really shortly, though that's just a nice special attack there. Bloody Maul and the Bloodletters engaging the War Boss there, and now the War Boss is angry, charges forward, but doesn't do a whole much. War Boss getting some great hits there as well. Good detonation there, trying to slow down the War Boss. There's like temporary Bloodletters, nope, just actual Bloodletters getting some hits there. The War Boss himself does go down.
Requisition point in sight.
Let the Galaxy Burn has been cast.
We may yet triumph today.
Command Squad decapturing that requisition point. And Slugger Squad is falling on back. Grenades are raining on in. And I got the Slugger Squad withdrawing, got the Ritual being activated, allowing the Bloodletters to charge out forward. But they just decided to charge forward a couple feet. Over here, got the Commando Squad camouflaging forward, trying to find a good engagement over here. They may use the ambush attack. Not on the Bloodletters, but they do get some good damage there on the Bloodletters. But they're still being spotted there, especially thanks to the Aspiring Champion. Another Ritual has been activated right there. They know the War Boss is a power claw upgrade, but he's going for the Dreadnought. Thought it would be a good idea if we go for something heavy like Terminators. Chaos Marines are engaging the knobs. Not going to be good engagement for them. Temporary blowers are cast on in while the actual blowers are falling on back. The Chaos Marine squad does fall back. The knobs has all their models. It does use knockback grenades there on top of those knobs. And the Heritage squad does fall back as the Chaos Lord needs some great hits there as well. And great. That causes the game to. And right now I'm really tired right now. I don't think I can really cast anymore today. Sorry about that. I had to end the stream. I'm just far too exhausted. Everyone enjoy and get some good sleep.